Hello, Derek here with a review of the Osprey Ozone courier pack. I've had courier packs, day packs, satchels, shoulder bags, camera bags, man bags, and so I feel pretty qualified to review this bag. I know a lot of the good and the bad points. This bag mostly has good points, and let's take a look at it and we'll see what they are. First off, this bag is extremely lightweight. The material is very light. It's well padded on the back, but yet the padding is very light, yet stiff as well. The fabric, very thin, lightweight ripstop nylon. The zippers, fairly substantial, not waterproof, but water resistant, as is the fabric. So if you're in a downpour, you probably want a waterproof bag. But if you're just in a downpour or rain for a short period of time, this bag will probably be fine to keep your gear dry. Let's take a look at the bag from the outside in. So if we start in this outside pocket, we have an organizational pocket, and it's got a place you can put your pens in here. So it's got pen pockets. So I'll put a pen, I'll put a PDA stylus in here, put another pen in here. You can get a couple of pens in each one of these pockets. This other pocket actually happens to be the perfect size for a flashlight. In this case, a mini mag light, which you may want to carry with you if you don't want to use your phone flashlight, so you run your phone out of batteries, and instead you just have a real flashlight because it's going to be a lot brighter anyways. There's two smaller pockets on the side. They're actually wider, so you can carry things. I've got a cold, so carrying Kleenex is very handy. It fits right in this pocket as well. Here I've got a compass, in case you get lost in the woods. It's handy. It's got a mirror, in case I check my hair out. It's looking good. I've got a flag and airplane. But also things like 3x5 cards. You want to take a note, you want to give notes to somebody. That'll fit. They fit perfectly in this other pocket. And it'll just slide down in the pocket here. Everything's pretty well contained. If you did if your bag does get turned upside down, you're not going to lose any of your gear because it's in a zippered pocket, so everything will be in there. But most likely it's not going to fall out anyways. Now, this organizational pocket is actually a panel, a sleeve. It's got a pocket in the front and the back. So in the front, you can put things like I put a buff for my head if my hair's not looking good, or the claws for cleaning my glasses. I can throw those in there down on the bottom. And in the back, this is actually very soft fabric here, so you could put glasses in there. They wouldn't get scratched. But most likely you'll be throwing other things in there, and your glasses would get scratched from those other things. And there's not a separate organizational pocket just for glasses, so I would recommend putting your glasses in a little bag, and then just throwing them in here, perhaps behind your organizational pocket, so you know where your glasses are. They're easy to get to. One other feature, this bag has a key clip, which is pretty handy. If you're out traveling, you're probably going to have a rental car, be in a hotel, so you don't need your car keys and your house keys. And you won't want them in your pocket, you might as well put them in your bag. If you're around town, you'll have them in your pocket. But this thing also doubles, it's very handy. Like most guys, I always carry a knife. In this case, I have a Leatherman Skeletal. And the Skeletal is nice, it's a knife, it's a pair of pliers. It also has a nice clippy built into it, which also doubles as a bottle opener, by the way. But this little nylon strap is pretty tough that holds the key clip. You can also clip your knife in there. And the nice thing there is it'll fall down and it'll hang perfectly behind the organizational pocket. But it's real quick to get to because you always know where it is. You can just grab it and pull it out, and you can always find it. You don't have to rifle through your bag looking for it. Okay, so that's the organizational pocket. It also is a laptop bag. And so it's got a large pocket in the back. It'll hold a 15-inch laptop, which I've got right here. I can take this laptop and I'll slide it into the pocket here. It slides right in easily, and it's got a little Velcro closure to hold the laptop in place. Now if you look at this main pocket of the pack, you can see that on the main pocket, there's a strip of fabric here, and it's got a zipper on both sides. So there's actually two zippered compartments to get into the pack in here. If you look at the inside, there's a zipper here, which is a long, wide one. There's a deeper pocket here to get through smaller things. This pocket in the back is really useful just for your laptop. You can take your laptop in and out without getting into the rest of your bag, but you can also get into the rest of your bag without dealing with your laptop, which is kind of nice. It's kind of separated. The next pocket is this little zippered pocket in here, which is perfect for an iPad, perhaps a PDA of some type, or a Kindle, a Nook, that type of thing. And it'll slide right in here, and it'll zip close and protect it. It's also out of the way. People won't see it. It's probably a security feature because people won't notice it inside your bag. And it also protects it from things like crumbs that might get in your bag. This other pocket here is actually an organizational pocket if you're taking it to work, or maybe you're traveling and you have maps. It's got a hard piece of plastic that allows it to maintain its shape. But here I've got a folder with a bunch of papers inside of it, like you might have, going to work or going around town, traveling. It fits perfectly in the sleeve. It holds it right in place. And even if you have a magazine, you'll take a magazine, you put your magazine in here, it'll fit perfectly. And then, as well, we still have a lot of space in here for other smaller items that we might want to put in our bag. In my case, I like to carry, I've got a bag, a medicine bag. I have Advil, aspirin, that kind of thing. I'll throw that in here. Here I have another bag. I carry things like electronic connectors, plugs, wires, cables, that kind of thing. But one thing I always carry with me is a camera. And this camera, it's not a small camera, it's a pretty good size. It's got a zoom on it, but it takes really good pictures. It's good for traveling. You probably want a real camera when you're traveling anyways and not use your camera on your phone because you want to get better quality pictures. Well, it'll fit nicely in this pack. You can zip it up and it's protected in the front and the back. The back with all this padding in the back for the laptop, and in the front with all, it's got 3 or 4 layers of fabric plus whatever you put in here. It's sitting on top of my little electronic bag. There's padded, protected on the bottom. So the camera's completely protected in the center of my bag, which is very important. One other thing you might notice is in here there's almost a secret pocket. It's got a flap of fabric, and under there's a zipper. And all the zippers have these handy little pulls that you can get your finger on to open and close them. The things you need easy access to are nice to go in here. Like for instance, I'll put my checkbook and some stamps in here if I need those. I've got a badge for work that I might want quick access to, and earbuds for your phone or your iPod. Handy, they're really handy to get to, and you just stick them in here. In fact, you could put your iPod in there and just have your earbuds coming out of this pocket if you want to do it that way. So everything's in the pockets. One other feature about this bag, and you wouldn't think it's a feature, but it's this piece of webbing here with a nice clip on the end. It clips easily from the front of the bag to the back of the bag. You can clip it on in place, and then you cinch it up tight, and that does 2 things. It makes your pack smaller, but it maintains the shape of the pack, but it also takes all the pressure off your zippers. So normally when your bag starts getting heavy and you're carrying it, or you're carrying it with the shoulder strap, it's going to put all that weight on your zippers because it's going to be holding the weight. Well, now the weight is being held by these straps, and so your zippers are going to last longer because they don't have all that weight. They're not going to get stretched out. One other thing, it's got a handy carrying handle, pretty well padded, so you can carry it. It's comfortable. You can carry it for quite a ways. Most likely, you use this padded strap. The padded strap, it's got the Osprey logo on it. It's also kind of sticky, and so it'll stick to your shoulder while you're carrying it. You put it on your shoulder, it's not going to fall off. The length is adjustable. Well, I like this particular length because I can carry it handily on this side. I can also put it over my shoulder if I want, and it's pretty convenient. The pack, that's what it looks like when you're carrying it. It's out of the way. You can walk, and you can still have both hands free to do whatever you want, and there's no problem with the pack. One thing you might not have noticed is in back here, there's a second carrying handle. Well, this turns out to be extremely useful. If you're traveling in the airport, most likely you're going to have a roller bag. Well, if you have a roller bag, you don't want to carry 2 separate bags. You don't want this bag on your shoulder and carry the roller bag and looking at maybe your itinerary. Well, what you can do is you can take this strap, you put the bag over your roller bag, it slips right over the handle, and in fact it's designed just for this, and it holds the bag in place so it's not going to fall off your roller bag. And if you've ever had a shoulder bag that doesn't have that, you'll take the handle and you'll be wrapping it around trying to get it onto the handle. It never works. The bag falls on the floor. It's always a hassle. You're picking it up. You're in a hurry. The bag's falling off, and it's just not handy at all. So that's no good. One other thing, if you notice the bag, very clean looking on the outside. Not many straps. Not any place really to clip anything onto the bag unless you use the handle. But you'd be wrong. There's a little piece of nylon webbing right here. So if you have something small to strap on, take a carabiner or some other type of clip it on there, and boom, you can carry things on the outside of your bag. One final feature is it's got these very stretchy hydration pockets. And they're deep, and they can carry quite a bit of gear. In fact, if I bring 2 of my favorite beverages, and don't take these to the airport, they'll fit inside this hydration pockets, and you can see it swallows them up pretty well. They're not going to fall out, they're tight. So if you have a water bottle, even a tall water bottle, it's going to fit in there and you won't have to worry about it. You can also fit other things, gum, lip balm. You can put that in the pocket. Maybe I've got a lighter. Don't take this to the airport. It'll fit nicely in this other pocket. You've got everything in the bag. The bag is pretty heavy now because we've loaded quite a bit of gear into it. Yet it's holding its shape. It's still comfortable to carry. It would fit on my bag if I'm carrying it through the airport. And if I'm traveling, I've got room to stuff a lot more gear because it'll still expand more. I can open up this nylon strap and I can even put more gear in here. All in all, a very functional, very lightweight, very useful day pack, man bag, shoulder bag, camera bag, satchel, whatever you want to call it. It's worth it. This is Derek. Hope you enjoyed my review.